That's a very, very tough question, and the rubber really hits the road when you try to open a number of restaurants here, and you're dealing every day with very young and perhaps inexperienced Chinese staff, but at the same time terribly eager and terribly ambitious. And I think their ambition is probably only challenged by that of Indians of their age in the subcontinent. There is a huge human capital crisis on a professional level in China and much of the emerging market now, namely because there's a lack of experience and a lack of truly world-class companies outside of perhaps the Japans, the Singapores, the Hong Kongs, maybe the Koreas and other parts of Asia. World-class companies, I mean companies that have developed into international organizations with an international level of executive management and international network. And they're really investing in human capital and technology in a way that would classify them to be best-in-class companies. The West is lucky in that they've had a 100-year or 150-year lead on that. That doesn't necessarily mean that model is better. It just happens to be the status quo model that we're employing now. I don't think we'll revert back to some kind of Confucian business model of kind of artisans and hongs and people who have to kowtow for you in Beijing and represent you in the old kind of mercantile model that the British and others used 200 years ago. Nor do I think that the old state-owned enterprise model can necessarily work unless they also upgrade their aspirations and their talent, because there's a lot of frustration when those companies come to do business overseas. Forget all that if you're looking to do business in China. The most important things in China right now are having things at your company that are attractive to Chinese employees, and that goes well beyond a salary level or a renminbi compensation amount. There's such a level of fluidity in the job market, and people are so willing to change their jobs for a very small amount of money. You really need to have a lot of soft incentives and a company culture that is superior to the competition.